Are those Spitfire airplanes? Must be for the shoes.
Standing warplanes of the Second World War.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Shade TV. My name is Marissa Hill. If you're new to my channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up at the end if you enjoyed it. Feel free to hit that notification bell because we have a ton of heat coming out that I don't want you guys to miss out on. As well as feel free to hit me in the comments down below if you have any after I'm done with this unboxing and review. As well as check out that join button. We've got a ton of new membership perks I don't want you guys to miss out on. As well as check out our merch store. Today we're going to be discussing the Air Jordan 5 Retro Anthracites, and this is also in a wolf gray coloring scheme. So anthracite is a coal or a piece of coal, a very high sought after limited type of coal actually, and it's very reminiscent of this color. So we are going to go through the overview of this shoe. I'm going to talk about sizing for this shoe as well as how I styled it. You guys know I love me some black and dark gray, and we've got that anthracite and a wolf gray coloring scheme going on here. So definitely had fun with the styling section, and then we're going to conclude with how these shoes are doing on the resale market. So let's get into the overview. These again are the anthracites, and anthracite again is a piece of coal that's quite shiny actually. And you see this color scheme displayed throughout the shoe, as well as kind of this dark wolf gray that is displayed on the ankle portions of the shoe, as well as that heel counter on the back that wraps around. I have kind of noticed, at least when I unboxed these, there was some white on them. I'm not quite sure. It's almost like a chalky texture of some kind. So I don't know why there was so much like chalky white going on the shoes, but luckily I was able to kind of wipe that off of the suede. Definitely this suede seems to attract a lot of dust and anything that is light in tone, specifically kind of chalky substances. But luckily I was able to clean that up quite nicely. So I have dabbled in this specific silhouette many times. Specifically last year, I did the Fire Red review on these, as well as the, actually, no, let me pull them out, the Bel Airs. And of course, my most exciting win of last year, my off-white sales. So this year, definitely I was excited to be able to win these off of the SNKRS app. As you guys know, SNKRS is like the lottery. You are literally entering a lottery and really hoping to God that, you know, the SNKRS app picks you. It is kind of sad though when you do win a shoe and it's not at the top tier of your list, because, you know, for me, I average about 2 to 3 shoes a year, if that, off of the SNKRS app. The SNKRS app typically hates me, but you know, when you do win a shoe, it doesn't usually occur where you win one twice in a row. But hey, knock on wood, maybe I will have the luck of the app and I'll start consistently winning more shoes this year. I don't know. Last year I was able to cop 3 pairs of shoes. I have copped my first win through the SNKRS app this year. I'm just hoping that I'm able to cop a few more for the remainder of the year, because we're only in February. But these shoes also, I feel like, were delayed in stores. I'm not going to name the store, but I did happen to go in at the right place, right time, sort of, when they were actually unboxing these shoes. But it's funny, like, you're unboxing them and you're already quote unquote sold out of X amount of sizes. I'm just like, that's interesting. Were those already being reserved for your employees or just being reserved for backdoors? Not quite sure. I think we may all be going through it with the backdoor spectrum of what's been going on, you know, lately with trophy rooms. And, you know, like these shoes were actually very limited. I don't think they had that high of a quantity on the sneakers app. I don't know a lot of people that won this specific colorway, nor did I hear a lot of people being able to snag these in store. So I do feel like a lot of the Jordan shoes are becoming more and more limited, and you know, the idea that they are starting to get backdoored even more, you know, really takes a toll, I think, on lovers of Jordan silhouettes, because it's just so difficult to even snag one pair of shoes for yourself when people are snagging, you know, hundreds to 200s of these shoes. So, you know, it really limits your ability to get these. And I just want to get these shoes so that I'm able to give you guys a good review, because most likely you are trying to buy these on the resale market, and you know, you really want to know whether or not this shoe is going to be worth it, if that purchase, you know, that you're going to make is worth it price wise, because you're going to be spending more than the retail value of them. So now let's get into the shoe. Let's talk a little bit more about history. I know I've gone through the history more in detail in the Fire Reds with Tinker Hatfield, but as you guys know, he really designed this shoe off of the fighter jets in World War II. I don't know why, but I feel like I've been watching a lot of World War II movies and shows. I just finished Band of Brothers. Give me a shout out in the comments if you've seen that series. It's amazing. And I can't believe how many actors really became huge after doing that series. But I can understand where Tinker Hatfield came in with the idea to, you know, really mock this shoe after that specific fighter jet because of the shark, which of course we see that same kind of image on the side of this shoe. And knowing Jordan and his career in the 90s when this shoe came out, I mean, he was really becoming this kind of figure that wasn't human-like, you know? And so thinking about a shark on the court really made sense. And though Jordan didn't win a specific title in these shoes, he did have that game against the Cleveland Cavaliers where he went into overtime and scored 69 points, which was his all-time high, as well as setting that record for the specific gym that he was in. And I mean, that was a huge accomplishment to be scoring 69 points. He was averaging around 44 points a game at the time, but 69 was just unheard of. And he was able to do that and accomplish that in this specific silhouette. So whenever I see this shoe, I really just think of that game, and I think of, you know, how high of a tier he was able to reach, you know, in this specific shoe. As far as the lock lace system that we've got here in the clear color scheme, this was the first lock lace system that we had seen on a Jordan shoe. So that was a nice little addition that Tinker had added. Again, where we've got this kind of light wolf gray coloring scheme, or I guess it's a darker gray. You can see the shaping of that ankle collar here. This was restructured to really fit around your ankle comfortably and provide all this extra protection. That's why you kind of see this bulkiness popping out here on the sides. This specific shoe does have those 3M attributes, which really kind of set this shoe apart from other shoes because of that 3M reflection going on. When I saw Jordan, you know, playing in that game, I just saw the tongue. I mean, it was just like so poofy and stood out to me, and it was so bright with the reflection going on. So we definitely have those 3M attributes displayed throughout the shoe. You can see the sheen on it. These actually kind of remind me of one of the first colorways that were launched. This shoe was launched in 4 colorways at that time, and the black metallic kind of has some similarities with this, with that kind of metallic coloring scheme on the shark teeth here on the midsole. Then we've got that nice kind of translucent coloring scheme intermixed with some black on the outsole with that clear translucent air bubble here. And then we've got, again, some metallic going on the medial and lateral side of the shoe where it's perforated. And then we've got, you know, some more translucent key accents here where the laces are. And then the shoe has just some simple black laces that they tied in with it, and a simple just kind of black or anthracite coloring scheme on the tongue, where that Jumpman is actually almost, he looks camouflage kind of. He really just blends in with the anthracite, but you can see that there are just kind of two different coloring tones with the anthracite and almost just a simple black coloring scheme of that Jumpman. And then we've got, again, some more metallic going down in that tongue with some metallic threading. And it looks like the toe box is woven. This is a different material than I've seen on the Jordan 5. I'm used to just seeing this leather toe box. Obviously the Resale was a little bit different on texture, but this texture is different as well. But overall, I think this is just a great colorway. I mean, it's gonna go with a lot of different pieces. I do love wearing black shoes just based upon the fact that it's hard to get them dirty. I think this woven material is also going to be very difficult to get dirty. It seems like it's very sturdy as well. And the insole, we've got just a simple black insole with that white Jumpman logo and the Air Jordan on the back here in that white coloring scheme on the black tag. All right, so let's talk about sizing on this specific shoe. I'm typically a 7.5 in the silhouette, but sometimes instances happen where they only release certain sizes. So this was only released in men's sizing. Word had it that they were also gonna release in grade school, but I didn't see it released in grade school anywhere. I did see a date that said on StockX that they would be released in April, but as far as it goes, I only saw these released in the smallest size being an 8. I am able to go with an 8. I don't mind going half a size up sometimes, or sometimes half a size down depending on what silhouette it is. But again, I'm typically a 7.5 in this shoe, but in this case I got a size 8, which I'm fine with. Definitely have a little bit extra space, but I would recommend just sticking with your normal size if it's available, of course. I know some of us obviously have a love for shoes and you just kind of got to go with a different size if it's not available for you. All right, so now let's get into styling and how I was able to style these shoes. I had a lot of fun with these because obviously the shoe went with pretty much everything that I selected. For the first piece, I decided to go with a Zara skirt. By the way, if you guys have not checked out Zara for their sales, they're insane. I got this skirt for $10, which is, you know, such a great price point since a lot of their skirts range from $45 to like $65. So $10 is like a no-brainer. Had to get that. It's an athletic skirt in kind of like a light grayish tone with just some, you know, nice black ties on the top. And I thought that it just worked very well being an athletic skirt with this shoe. A lot of the metallic colors I think really went with that light gray coloring scheme in that skirt. And then I tied that outfit together with an Aleeks cropped top hoodie. Aleeks is one of my favorite lines. Matthew Williams tends to also do collabs with Nike. So whenever I'm doing styling, I do like to, you know, really throw in some Aleeks items if I have the opportunity to. I don't usually wear jewelry because I want to give you guys a simple palette, but you know, if you were to add some jewelry items, I would recommend, you know, really just pairing some Aleeks pieces with your clothing options. He's known for these buckles, and I just love the necklaces that he's designed in silver and gold. Also, I've got some Aleeks belts, which are pretty cool, and all of his tones are really neutral. So he tends to go with, you know, black and gray and dark charcoal coloring schemes and silvers and bronzes, which I think really just goes well with basically anything and everything. But for this specific shoe, I think that his just accessory pieces work great. the second look, I've noticed a trend with these cropped blazers. So obviously Zara had a great sale, so I was able to get that blazer again for $12, which is insane. And I really actually am feeling that kind of cropped blazer look. It's kind of, you know, giving a casual tone and feel to it. And that's why I decided to pair it with just some nice charcoal gray denim jeans, which are Isabel Marant. And I think that, you know, these shoes can be dressed up, they can be dressed down. It just kind of goes with the flow of how you're feeling, you know, and I really wanted to give this a little more dressier feel with that blazer, but not too dressed up. And that's why I think denim pants go so well with these. For the last and final look, I wore my Jumpman leather cargo pants, and obviously those pants go with pretty much everything and anything. They're kind of my favorite pants I was able to cop last year, and I think that leather just goes really well with this anthracite coloring scheme. For the top, I decided to go with just a dark charcoal sweater. Sweater cardigans are obviously super trendy right now. I think that like the mix match kind of sweater bras underneath are really trendy too, but as you guys saw, I was shooting outside. It's a little chilly out there, so I had to just keep that sweater buttoned up. But I do think that the charcoal grays and the dark leathers just really pulled from the shoe quite nicely. So let me know in the comments below, how would you style these shoes? Or, you know, what was your favorite pick out of the three that I styled these shoes with? All right, so now let's conclude with the resale on how these shoes are doing in the market currently. All right, so these shoes retailed at $190, and across the board, they're going around $250, which there's a little bit of money to be made if you are a reseller out there, you know, $60. Not so bad. I do think that this silhouette is just a popular silhouette, you know, I mean, obviously Jordan put, you know, this mark on it with that game. Also, you've got Will Smith, who is, you know, known for wearing this shoe and this being one of his favorite shoes. We've also seen it on Kevin Hart, Chris Brown. I mean, you name it. This silhouette has definitely made a mark in history, and a lot of stars have been seen wearing this. So I do see this, you know, maintaining that kind of value price point just because of the colorway and how well it goes with so many different options being this just basic palette of dark black. All right, you guys, so that's it for the unboxing portion. I do want to show you some items that I just got. The Off-White Something's Off book. I'm so excited to have this book and just, you know, have a little coffee table piece. I love the bright green of this though. It really just kind of like stands out. You can't really miss it. Almost matches my colors actually on the inner lining there. And then I also just got in the new Jumpman Off-White sweatshirt, which I think goes amazing with the sales and was actually supposed to launch with the sales, but it didn't. It's so nicely embroidered, and we've got the shoelaces on the side here, just like we see on the laces on the sneakers typically. And then my favorite part of this is actually the back. look at the embroidery there. What do you guys think? It is insane. The thing I do love about Virgil doing collabs with Nike is he does make it more affordable, as in Nike price points versus his price points, because if you're looking to buy a hoodie that's an off-white hoodie, it can range from around, you know, $7.95 to over $1,000 to buy an off-white sweatshirt. So this definitely makes it a little bit more obtainable, not too much. If you guys don't already know me, I love a good bargain. And the Elix pieces, for instance, that I showed you guys, this is the time to buy that stuff because it's going like 70 to 80% off. So if you're not trying to, you know, throw away your money and pay full price on things, typically look for the off seasons as to when to buy, you know, these pieces that are going to go great with looks that you can mix and match. So anyways, that's our unboxing review today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. These thumbs ups mean the world. So pretty please drop a thumbs up, as well as leave me any comments or questions down below. You guys, don't be shy. I am here to answer all of your questions. If you guys haven't already noticed, I do answer much every single question that you guys leave. Maybe not immediately, because I do have to have a life separate from YouTube at times, but I will get back to you at some point. So be sure to drop me a comment if you have anything to say about this shoe today, or if you just want to say what's up, as well as hit that notification bell because we have a ton of heat coming out. I don't want you guys to miss out on it, as well as check out our new membership tiers and our merch store. We will see you on the next video.